if the connection which is not returned to the pool, this will keep as open. That means it is in use. However, it is executed. The request has been executed. So what will happen if this connection is not returned to the pool, then the capacity will get exhausted after some time. If the 50 connections are there and it is not getting released when the utilization is over by the request, then all 50 connection get exhausted, always in use, and new requests will not get the connections from the WebLogic because all the 50 connections are in use currently. So this is called the connection leak problem, where the connection which is used by your application is not returning back to your connection pool. Okay, so for that we have a parameter that we can configure in the data source, okay, which is called inactive connection timeout. Okay, but there is a problem with this as well. Okay, we have to make sure to configure it properly. Inactive connection timeout. So inactive connection timeout means if any connection which is inactive for a longer duration, your WebLogic server will automatically return to the pool. For example, if you have defined the inactive connection capacity timeout value as 60 seconds, so that means your WebLogic will check for each and every connection pool in your connection in the pool, and if it is any of the connection which is ideal for more than 60 seconds, okay, it will return back to the pool. Suppose that a request came from the client, a connection was reserved to the database, okay, and but it was not returned back. So after some time, if the response is not there, this will be the this connection will be the ideal. It is not processing anything. It will something like that. Okay. So after 60 seconds, this connection will automatically return back to the pool. So in this case, we can handle the connection leak problem, right, with the help of inactive connection timeout. It will automatically return back to your pool if it is not explicitly closed by your application. But there are multiple situations. If you have an application which is running the long transactions in the database, for example, reporting database, where when the request sent to the database, okay, then there is a huge query is running in the background, which may be expected to take the 5 minutes of a time, or maybe 3 minutes of a time, which is expected. So when the request is submitted to the database and the query is getting executed in the database, right? So this connection pool, which was taken to submit this request to the database, okay, where the query is running for more than 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So to your WebLogic will consider this request as the ideal connection, because the connection was submitted to the database and now database is running the queries. So there is nothing in the connection pool or in the connection as of now. So this may consider by your WebLogic as an ideal, and after 60 seconds it will be returned, the connection was returned back to the pool. Okay, so this transaction will get rolled back. So if it is expected that your transaction is going to take the longer time, for example 5 minutes or 3 minutes of a time, okay, then make sure to define this inactive connection capacity properly. If it is expected that 5 minutes of a time you would like to allow for your transactions, so then it will be 3000 seconds, correct? 50 into 60, sorry, 5 into 60, and this is 300, sorry, right? So in that case, for 5 minutes it is 300 seconds. So this is the expected time. So instead of 60, you can define this ideal connection timeout to 300 seconds. That means you are allowing the maximum expected duration to connection before it return back to the pool. Right. So this is called the inactive connection timeout, and this is the way how we can tune the inactive connection timeout to tune this connection leak problem. So now hope you are clear on the multiple important parameters of your data source. Along with that, you are clear on what exactly is the data source and connection pool. So now let us go with the execution of configuration of the data source with the help of remote console.